Reading of King James Version Ecclesiastes from the Bible recap. In the name of the Father, with the Son, through the Holy Spirit. Blessed be His holy name. The words of the preacher. On background music is from Kenya. Sounds of worship. Okay. Okay. The words of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities, says the preacher. Vanity of vanities. All vanity. What profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? Generation passeth away, and generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and passeth to his place where he rose. The wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to his circuits. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. All things full of labor, man cannot utter. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. The thing that has been, it which shall be, and that which is done, that which shall be done. And no new under the sun. Is there a thing whereof it may be said, See, this new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us, no remembrance of former. Neither shall there be remembrance of that are to come, with that shall come after. I, the preacher, was king over Israel in Jerusalem, and I gave my heart to see and search out by wisdom concerning all that are done under heaven. This sore travail hath God given to the sons of men, to be exercised therewith. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all vanity and vexation of spirit. Crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I commune with mine own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all that have been before me in Jerusalem. Yet my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge, and I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit, for in much wisdom, much grief, and he that increases knowledge increases sorrow. Ecclesiastes 2. I said in my heart, Go to now, I will prove thee with mirth, therefore enjoy pleasure, and behold, this also vanity. I said of laughter, mad, and of mirth, what doth it? I sought in my heart to give myself unto wine, in acquiring my heart with wisdom, and to lay hold on folly, till I might see what that good for the sons of men, what they should do under the heaven all the days of their life. I made me great works, I built me houses, planted me vineyards, I made me gardens and orchards, and I planted trees in them of all fruits. I made me pools of water, to water therewith the wood that bringeth forth trees. I got servants and maidens, and had servants born in my house. Also I had great possessions of great and small cattle above all that were in Jerusalem before me. And gathered me also silver and gold, and the peculiar treasure of kings and of the provinces. I got me men singers and women singers, and the delights of the sons of men. musical instruments, and that of all sorts. So I was great and increased more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me, and whatsoever mine eyes desired I kept not from them, and withheld not my heart from any joy, from my heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my portion of all my labor. Then I looked on all the work that my hand had wrought, and on the labor that I had labored to do, and behold, all vanity and vexation of spirit, and no profit under the sun. And I turned myself to behold wisdom and madness and folly. For what the man that cometh after the king, that which had been already done. Then I saw that wisdom excels folly, as far as light exceedeth darkness. The wise man's eyes in his head, but the fool walketh in darkness. And I myself perceive also that one event happened to them all. Then said I in my heart, as it happened to the fool, so it happened even to me. And why was I then more wise? Then I said in my heart, that this also vanity. For no remembrance of the wise more than of the fool forever, seeing that which now in the days of to come shall all be forgotten. And how dieth the wise as the fool? Therefore I hated life, because the work that is wrought under the sun grievous unto me. For all vanity and vexation of the spirit. Yea, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it unto the man that shall be after me. And who knoweth whether he shall be a wise or a fool, yet shall he have rule over all my labor wherein I have labored, and wherein I have shown myself wise under the sun. This also vanity. Therefore I went about to cause my heart to despair of all the labor which I took under the sun. For there is a man whose labor in wisdom, and in knowledge, and in equity, yet to a man that hath not labored therein shall he leave it, his portion. This also vanity and a great evil. For what hath man of all his labor, and of the vexation of his heart, wherein he had labored under the sun? For all his days sorrows, and his travail grief, yet his heart taketh not rest in the night. This is also vanity. Nothing better for a man that he should eat and drink, and he should make his soul enjoy good in his labor. This also I saw that is from the hand of God. For who can eat or who else can hasten more than I, or give it to a man that God in his sight wisdom and knowledge and joy, but to the sinner he giveth travail, to gather and to heap up, that he may give to good before God. This also vanity and vexation of spirit. To every a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Eclessiastes 3. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up planted. A time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rent and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. What profit had he that worked in that wherein he labored? I have seen the career which God had given to the Son of Man to be exercised in it. He had made every beautiful in his time. Also he had set the world so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. I know that no good in them, but for to rejoice and to do good in his life, and also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. Eat the gift of God. I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And God doeth that should fear before him. That which had been is now, and that which is to be had already been, and God required that which is past. Moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, wickedness there, and the place of righteousness, iniquity there. I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for a time there, for every purpose and for every work. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. For that which befalleth the Son of Man befalleth beasts, and even one thing befalleth them. As the one dieth, so dieth the other. Yet they have all one breath, so that a man hath no preeminence above a beast, for all vanity. All go unto one place, all are of the dust, and all turn to dust again. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth? Wherefore I perceive that nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his own works, for that his portion, for who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? So I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the sun, and behold the tears of oppressed, and they have no comforter, and on the side of the oppressors power, but they have no comforter. Wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead more than the living which are yet alive, yet better than both they which had not yet been, who had not seen the evil work that is done under the sun. Again I consider all travail and every right work, that for this a man is envious of his neighbor. This also vanity and vexation of spirit. The fool folds his hands together and eateth his own flesh. Better a handful quietness than both hands full travel and vexation of spirit. Then I returned, and I saw vanity under the sun. There is one, and not a second. Yet he had neither child nor brother, yet knowing of all his labor, neither is his eye satisfied with riches. Neither, for whom do I labor and bereave my soul of good? This also vanity, it is sore travail. Two better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him alone when he falleth, for not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat, but how can one be warm? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Better a poor and a wise child than an old and foolish king. Hallelujah. Than an old and foolish king who will no more be admonished. For out of prison he cometh to reign, and whereas also born in his kingdom becometh poor. I consider the living which walk under the sun, with the second child that shall stand up in his stead. no end of all the people, of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this is also vanity and vexation of spirit. Eclessiastes 5. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not what they do evil. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty. Thy heart be hasty to utter things before God, for God in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice by multitude of words. When thou vowest a vow unto God, defer not to pay it. For no pleasure in fools, pay that which thou hast vowed. Better that thou shouldest not vow than that thou shouldest vow and not pay. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin, neither say thou before the angels that it an error. Wherefore should God be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thy hands? For in the multitude of dreams and many words also vanity. But fear thou God. If thou seest the oppression of the poor and violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province, marvel not at the matter, for higher than the highest regarded, and higher than they. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all, the king is stirred by the field. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied by silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity. When goods increase, they are increased that eat them. And what good to the owners thereof, saving the beholding with their eyes? The sleep of a laboring man sweet, whether he little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. There is a sore evil I have seen under the sun, riches kept for the owners thereof to their hurt. But those riches perish by evil travail, and he begetteth a son, and nothing in his hand. As he came forth of his mother's womb, naked shall he return to go as he came, and shall take nothing of his labor, which he may carry away in his hand. And this also sore evil, in what points as he came, so shall he go. And what profit that he that had labored for the wind? All his days also he eateth in darkness, and much sorrow and wrath with his sickness. Behold, which I have seen, good and comely, to eat and to drink, and to enjoy the good of all his labor, that he taketh under the sun all the days of his life, which God giveth him, for it his portion. Every man also to go to whom God had given riches and wealth, and had given him power to eat thereof, and to take his portion, and to rejoice in his labor, this is the gift of God. For he shall not much remember the days of his life, because God answered in the joy of his heart. Eclessiastes 6. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it common among men, a man to whom God had given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wanted nothing for his soul of all that he desired. Yet God giveth him not power to eat thereof, but a stranger eateth it. This vanity, and it an evil disease. If a man beget 100 and live many years, so that the days of his years be many, and his soul be not filled with good, and also he have no burial, I say an untimely birth better than he. For he cometh in with vanity, and departed in darkness, and his name shall be covered with darkness. Moreover, he had not seen the sun, nor known. These have more rest than the other. Moreover, he hath not seen the sun, nor known. These have more rest than the other. Yet though he live 1,000 years twice, yet hath he seen no good. Do not all go to one place? All the labor of man for his mouth, and yet the appetite is not filled. For what hath the wife more than the fool? What hath the poor that knoweth to walk before the living? Better the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire. This also vanity and vexation of spirit. That which hath been is named already, and it is known that it man. Neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. Seeing there be many things that increase vanity, that what man the better? For who knoweth what good for man in life? All the days of his vain life which he spendeth as a shadow. For who can tell a man what shall be after him under the sun? Amen.